Hey guys, this is On Productions, aka Nana4673, and I am back in Skights, Chapter 1. For those of you who know this game, then yeah, cool. And for those of you who don't, this is by the creators of the game Café Rouge. If you know that game, then cool, then you know what you can expect, and if you don't, then you gotta play that because it's pretty good. This is an online free game, and 3 chapters are released by now of Skights, and I'm gonna play that now. Yes, that is exactly what we're going to do. So yeah, let's jam, or go, whatever. Once upon a time. Let's see, I don't know where that's fine. Once upon a time in the land of Sugaria. I think I need to click. I'm sorry for that. There you go. A princess was born in the Cherry Kingdom. She was a beautiful and healthy child, with cherry red hair and a sugar-sweet smile. The people grew to love her, for she was both a kind and compassionate girl. Thus, for a long time the kingdom was in a joyous time. One day, the princess fell ill. The king and queen were desperate to find a cure, searching far and wide all over Sugaria. Can I change? No, I cannot change. Ugh, jeez. Sorry. I will do it like this. Alright. No, I can't. Okay, we're just gonna use the mouse. But to no avail did their search prove fruitful. Shut up. But with her last breath, the princess made one last wish. Oh, how could I have grown up before I died? And in a flash of light, Ida, kan du lige være stille? Sorry. 3 fairies appeared before her. The first fairy said, "Dear princess, your wish shall be granted. You will live your life full and well. But you must fulfill 3 promises." The first fairy handed the princess one golden seed. "You must plant this seed in the west, for it will give the land riches beyond your wildest dreams." The second fairy handed the princess another golden seed. "You must plant this seed in the south, for it will give the lands everlasting health and prosperity." The third fairy handed the princess the last golden seed. "You must plant this in east, for it will give the land its people love and happiness." Thus, the princess went on to a quest to these 3 lands. First, she planted the one golden seed in the west. Second, she planted another golden seed in the south. But when it came time for her to plant the last seed in the east, the princess became skeptical of her task. What could these little seeds possibly do? They were too tiny to conceive such grand aspirations. And so, thinking she could outsmart the 3 fairies, she swallowed the last golden seed, and left the east before she could fulfill her last promise. Angry for what she had done, the last fairy put a curse on the princess. For 1,000 years her children... Oh, that's still up! I'm sorry, annoying little sisters are coming in. For 1,000 years her children and her children's children shall not be crowned. Oh good. None shall ever be king or queen, and they will live their lives in misery and misfortune. For many generations since, her children suffered one misfortune after another. They were cursed to this day. But on the last night of the 1,000th year, it was said that the curse would break, and the princess would return to reclaim the cherry crown once more. Interesting. The fairy lights danced around the pool, excited by an ethereal energy. A dim light glowered behind the waterfall, fading from the fuchsia brown, bronze, and gold. Suddenly, a ray of pink light shot out from the waterfall, followed by gold and bronze. They rose to the sky, darting away at the speed of light. Just as they raced into the clouds, the fairy lights disappeared. returning the pool to its dormant state that it once was. Everything in this world just seems utterly delicious. The birds chirped their morning hello. Forest leaves scattered in the morning light into distorted outlines as they met the ground, as they always did. I stretched my legs, extending out the strained muscles from after my morning snooze. I wasn't usually a dreamer. Dreams never drifted in my mind unscathed, and even if they did, they had never had the chance to linger for long. Where and what was that? I could have sworn I've never seen that waterfall before in my life. Could it have just been a weird dream? No time for philosophical babble. My stomach needed food. Hunt, peasant, collect toadstools. Let's collect some mushrooms and get really high. It was a pleasant day to be picking fresh toadstools. Shouldn't bother with hunting, especially in the morning. Ugh. Bending down to a plentiful spot, I plucked the little pink shrooms from the dirt. Many didn't look ripe, but it didn't matter. It's not like they were poisonous. Or were they? I raised one to my eye, examining closely. No, I'm being silly. I've been eating these for years. Sorry, just to prove it, I bit off a piece and chewed it out of curiosity. Cautiously, I tasted. Nope, not poisonous. I was careful not to let my armful of freshly picked toadstools fall from my grasp. Settling into a comfortable spot in the grass, I was ready to devour them whole. It's been a long time since I have had a decent, healthy breakfast. A peasant swooped down from above and started pecking my head madly. Ow! 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 Get off me! My hands clawed at the beast, trying to pull its talons from my shoulder. It was giving me a headache, literally. What do you want? At last it flew off. Swooping down to the grass, it started swallowing my scattered toadstools. No! Shoo! Shoo! Get away, you naughty! Chasing it only made it worse. The beast ate my breakfast all the more quicker. With one last squawk, it ran into the bushes, leaving just one toadstool on the ground. Why, you little... And that's how it was going to be. That cocky little rascal wanted to play a game with me, did it? Survival means killing what you eat, which only left me with one option. I took off as it did. Straight through the glade, like an invisible blade, I raced past the forest trees. The peasant? I can't pronounce that. Peasant. That sounds like something else. Peasant? I don't know. Let's say it's a chicken. Excuse me. The chicken continued to flee for its life. Instinct took over as our bodies assumed their rightful roles of hunter and hunted. The chase of predator and prey had begun. Do you know who I am? It was fast, I'd give it that. But it couldn't outrun me. I'm the fastest sugar in the neck of the woods. Pulling out my makeshift sling, I pulled back and let loose a loaded pebble. Flying the pebble blah 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 struck the chicken's right talon. No prey, no people have escaped me in these woods. The bird limped and slowing down its pace. But otherwise it continued uninterrupted, not even other outlaws. Loading the sling one last time, I took a careful aim as I pulled as far back as the sling could go. My name is Sam. Wild Sugar Sam of the Strawberry Woods. And then I let go. The pebble shot out, aiming for the bird's head squarely on its forehead. As the sharp impact collided with its skull, a sharp cry escaped from its beak, and as the bird collapsed, fainting from the heavy blow on its brain. It flopped on the ground, unmoving. Breakfast is now served. I tucked my sling back into my pocket. Brilliant as always. Another successful kill. A perfect aim never failed me. After all, I was the best huntress in these woods. It's only natural I did. Reaching down to pick up my prize, I grinned smugly. Now to skin you, wash you, and cook you over. Feathers sprung up from the ground, swooping up in my face. Claws scratched my cheeks, leaving lines of bleeding red. What? Taking advantage of my surprise, the peasant chicken took off, escaping into the bushlets. It escaped. I was fainting. Blast it all! I was feigning. What is that? Feigning unconscious the entire time. It was, yeah. How could a dumb little animal be faking? I don't know. I kicked a rock. Stupid little beast had to ruin my morning. My stomach growled. Gosh, I was already really hungry now. What was wrong with me today? It usually wasn't like this. Only those villagers passing by had this much trouble finding food in the woods. I wasn't some naive village girl lost in the big, dark, scary forest. This is my land, my domain. I let one little bird get the best of me today. Grinding my teeth, I punched the tree trunk to my right. The stream roared loudly, and it was the only thing I wanted to hear right now. Suddenly, a light flashed from below the waters. Drawing my attention momentarily, I looked down. Something was caught between the two rocks below the pink waters. Something shiny. Distracted, I leaned closer to get a better look. I had to see what it was. Is that There was a deafening crack. The edge was collapsing, breaking apart far too quickly for the eye to see, and it was taking me along with it into the water. The stream met my face with a loud splash. I struggled, panicking, trying to push against the current. My arms flayed frantically, trying to keep my head above the water, but it was hopeless. The water rushed into my lungs and I couldn't breathe. I was drowning. No, I thought. I couldn't die yet. But the water engulfed me. In the receipt of my fading consciousness, the last thing I saw was a shiny pink object flowing towards my face. Unknowingly, I reached for it. 3 books fell on my head. Ow! There was a loud commotion outside, shaking up the whole neighborhood. 3 nuggets, are you trying to cheat me out of my business? Chocolate truffles are worth 3 times much as here as in the chocolate regions. The morning light glared through the window. Were those merchants arguing again? Shush. I dragged my pillow across my head. Even though I knew there was no sense in trying to sleep anymore, the merchants woke up the neighborhood every morning. My body was still sore from working all night in the gardens, but then I remembered. Right, Miss Waffles. Forcing myself to get up from the bed, I reached over for my brush. Time for another day. Buenos dias. Beautiful day, isn't it? Yes. Good morning to you, too, Mr. Vanilla. It was still early in the morning. I'm thinking I've researched the game, and it's about 3 main characters, 3 girls. I don't know if all of them are going to have love interests. If that's it, then it's pretty cool, but I don't know. It was still early in the morning, so the streets weren't crowded as of yet. Even so, I had to get to my errands for the day. First off the list, delivering flowers to Miss Waffles. Good morning, Miss Waffles. Good morning, Nessie. How are you, dear? All right, yourself? Just fine. Little Waffles are getting breakfast, and it's another school day like always. They must really love school to get up this early in the morning. Pfft, I've never heard any Vanilla Village children getting up so early, not in this town. If only they could start getting up themselves instead of having their mothers act as alarm clocks. Now, do you have something for me? Yes, Miss Waffles. I wanted to correct her and tell her my actual name was Vanessa, but I let it slide. Dropping off 1 basket of vanilla lilies in her hand, I waved goodbye as I handed off to my next delivery. Now, next is... Oh, Nessie! A couple of giggling girls walked towards my direction. My back stiffened. Good morning. Not them again. What are you holding there in your basket? Just some berries. I need to go deliver this to a neighboring village. Oh, morning, Arance. You're such a hard worker, Nessie. We have a lot of work today too, don't we? The group nodded their heads in unison. You're going to force me to do more of their dirty work again. Oh, well, that's nice. I have to end the episode here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!